One company that controls the whole world. Is it even possible? Well, we had the same question in mind, and it is very much a possibility. The company in question is the Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, a global giant in the semiconductor industry, holding 54% of the global market share. Its dominance is indispensable for the world's technological infrastructure. However, its strategic location in Taiwan, a region under constant threat from China, poses significant risks, and with that, the fate of TSMC and the global economy hangs in the balance. Beijing's threats are becoming increasingly aggressive, and it's clear they're motivated to invade. In response, Western nations, especially the United States, have made it clear they're prepared to go to extremes, even contemplating nuclear war to defend Taiwan from invasion. As tensions between China and Taiwan escalate, the future of technology in the global economy may depend on the outcome of this geopolitical struggle. TSMC's chairman, Mark Liu, while optimistic, faces an unprecedented challenge, balancing business interests with the potential for war. The world's reliance on TSMC highlights the need for a more diversified semiconductor supply chain. A disruption could lead to massive economic losses, technological setbacks, and disruptions in various industries, from automotive to consumer electronics. But what exactly is TSMC, and what do they do? Let's have a look, and we'll also be exploring the consequences an invasion from China could have on the global economy. So stick around till the end as we talk about the potential challenges and opportunities as well. Taiwan's transformation from low-value manufacturing economy to a global semiconductor powerhouse is remarkable. Rather than spreading resources thin across multiple industries, Taiwan focused on a specific sector, semiconductors, and provided targeted support and investment. Their partnership with RCA was crucial in acquiring the necessary technology and expertise to compete on the global stage. They also invested heavily in human capital development by nurturing talent through universities like NCTU. The Taiwanese government also played a key role by providing a supportive environment for the semiconductor industry, including funding, infrastructure, and policies that encouraged innovation and entrepreneurship. But even now, despite the global prominence of TSMC, many of Taiwan's other semiconductor companies remain relatively unknown. These companies also play a vital role in the global semiconductor supply chain, such as MediaTek, ASE Technology, UMC, and Novatech. TSMC's rise to global prominence comes from consistently pushing the boundaries of semiconductor technology, producing some of the most advanced chips in the world, and their strategic partnerships with leading technology companies, such as Apple and Qualcomm, to secure a steady stream of orders and gain access to cutting-edge technologies. Many people might not be aware of it, but TSMC quietly dominates the world's semiconductor industry. Despite its lack of household name recognition, TSMC's chips are everywhere in our daily lives, powering everything from smartphones to cars. But TSMC's influence extends far beyond consumer electronics. Their chips are crucial to the operation of the F-35 fighter jets, NASA's Mars rovers, and anti-tank missiles, making TSMC a cornerstone of both the global economy and national security. TSMC holds a near monopoly on the production of advanced semiconductors, particularly those smaller than 10 nanometers. However, the global semiconductor supply chain is increasingly intertwined with geopolitical tensions, particularly between the United States and China. Taiwan's strategic location and TSMC's dominance have made the company a focal point of these tensions. The potential disruption of TSMC's operations due to geopolitical events could have far-reaching consequences for the global economy. The tension between Taiwan and China dates back to the end of the Chinese Civil War in 1949. Taiwan's elected leaders often hold political views that sharply contrast with those of the Chinese Communist Party. However, China views Taiwan as an inseparable part of its territory. To defend against the Chinese threat, Taiwan has adopted the Epic Harbor strategy, which aims to make any invasion by China extremely costly and difficult. This strategy is bolstered by the arms sales authorized by the US Congress, designated to shift the economic burden of war onto China. In a move that further strained relations, TSMC stopped selling chips to Chinese tech giant Huawei in 2020 to comply with US sanctions. To become the world leader in semiconductors, China needs to take control of Taiwan. However, using force would likely destroy TSMC and its production plants. Not intentionally, but as we've seen in wars like those in Ukraine and Gaza, almost everything gets destroyed, whether it holds strategic value or not. The most unsettling part is that if China does invade, it might not even be the Chinese who reduce the factories to rubble. Given that much of the US military and space technology relies on TSMC chips, the Americans might find it in their interest to sabotage or even destroy the factories to prevent these technologies from falling into Chinese hands. But the recent revelation that ASML and TSMC possess the capability to remotely disable the world's most advanced chip-making machines, particularly the crucial EUV machines, has sent shockwaves through the world. Now, if China were to invade Taiwan, there is a risk that these machines could be seized or damaged, potentially disrupting the global semiconductor supply chain. The ability to remotely disable them would be a powerful tool to prevent China from gaining access to this critical technology. The ability to remotely disable these machines is a strategic advance for the US and its allies, as it can help prevent sensitive technologies from falling into the wrong hands. A Chinese invasion of Taiwan would have devastating consequences for the global economy. TSMC's facilities would likely be disrupted, leading to severe shortage of essential semiconductors. This would have a ripple effect on industries from automotive to consumer electronics, causing widespread economic disruption. Moreover, since the United States and China are competing fiercely for technological dominance, the control of the semiconductor supply chain has become a strategic priority for both countries. A Chinese invasion of Taiwan would not only disrupt the global economy, but also shift the balance of power in the technology sector. Trillions of dollars could be lost due to disruptions in global supply chains. Advancement in various technologies, including artificial intelligence, 5G, and autonomous vehicles, could be delayed or hindered, and the economic disruptions could lead to social unrest and geopolitical instability. To mitigate the risks associated with a Chinese invasion of Taiwan, the international community needs to work together to promote peace and stability in the region. The future of TSMC also remains uncertain, but its continued success is essential for the global economy. The company must adapt to the changing geopolitical landscape, invest in research and development, and strengthen its partnership with other industry players. By doing so, TSMC can help to ensure a stable and sustainable future for the global semiconductor industry. The potential consequences of a conflict between Taiwan and China are too severe to ignore. International organizations such as the United Nations and the ASEAN can play a crucial role in mediating the conflict and promoting dialogue between the two sides. Promoting trade, investment, and cultural exchange can also help to build bridges between the two sides. Security cooperation can help to deter aggression and maintain peace and stability in the region. Ultimately, a peaceful resolution to the Taiwan Strait crisis will require a commitment to dialogue and understanding. Both sides must be willing to engage in constructive dialogue and seek common ground. The race for semiconductor dominance is heating up, with the United States and Europe vying to reduce their reliance on Taiwan. The CHIPS and Science Act in the US and the European CHIPS Act aims to incentivize domestic semiconductor production by offering subsidies and other incentives to companies. While these efforts are promising, they may take several years to bear fruit. The decision by Warren Buffett to divest his TSMC holdings in early 2023 was another significant event. While the reasons for his decision are unclear, it highlights the geopolitical risks associated with investing in the semiconductor industry. Despite these risks, TSMC's stock has continued to perform well, driven by the growing demand for semiconductors and the company's strong fundamentals. The future of TSMC and the global semiconductor industry remains uncertain. As US-China rivalry intensifies, the world watches with bated breath. Share your thoughts on this very real threat to the global economy in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights.